Hi. It is one day after Expo, and Otafest is in 18 days. So instead of resting after I had a fucking fever last night and after I thought I was gonna die earlier, I woke up at the ripe hour of like 3 p.m. and I unpacked first, and then I started crafting. I'm gonna make, I know this looks like a nuclear bomb, but it's not. It's so light. It's Joe's skateboard. Because the idea of cosplaying without a comically oversized prop seems silly to me. So I cut out the shape. For the sizing, I looked up an average longboard size and compared that with my normal size skateboard that I already have. I had to go with a slightly shorter longboard, so closer to 38 to 40 inches. That was just because partially I was out of foam board from making grells soft. And also, I'm not a 6 foot tall, big beefcake, oiled up gorilla. I'm not big enough, man. This is gonna be a little bit of a rough build. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a little bit rough. One of the things about this foam is that spray paint will eat through it, so will most glues, especially the really smelly glues. White glue is fine and wood glue are fine. And then hot glue is technically fine as long as you use it when it's cool enough. But like contact cement is an absolute no-go. Spray paint without sealing is an absolute no-go. I have not ever sprayed anything aerosol onto this foam board and had it dissolve. I've never cried over that. That's not a thing I've done. This stuff, Flex Seal, is mostly rubber. It eats through it a little bit, so you can see this texture. It's much more textured than Flex Seal normally is, and that's because it ate into the foam a little bit. But this is hours old now. So what I'm gonna do, it'll focus. I'm gonna spray the whole thing because I need it all to be black. But this is going to be the texture of the grip tape side. So I'm not gonna seal the other side so that it will eat away just enough to get this really good texture, which I like. I say thumbs up. Take your nuclear fish into a well-ventilated area, or just like out fucking side because airflow. And put your mask on. And weird out your neighbors. He actually complimented my grell saw last time I was outside spray painting it. Now that the Flex Seal layer is dried, I'm gonna paint it baby doo-doo color because that's literally the color of this fucking board. Like, just a fraction more like beige. And it wouldn't be this like specific baby poop color, but it is. And I'm incensed. Once it is shit-colored enough, leave your nuke in the last light of the setting sun to think on its life's choices. While that marinates, oh no. You sound like the Undertaker from Black Butler. Sorry, the accent went really bad. Make sure while you're doing this that you curl up into the smallest ball possible so as not to frighten the wonky truck fledglings, okay? They have a lot to do. They have to hold onto the board so good, and if we scare them now in this early stage of their development, lifelong trauma. Also, I just didn't want to show you guys my underwear. So this goofy bitch doesn't have round wheels. He has flower-shaped wheels, which are kind of cute, kind of gay. Given the fact that his boyfriend's name is Cherry Blossom. I had 2 different types of wheels. I think I like this little 5 lump wheel. We're going for as light as possible, so I'm making them out of foam glued together. Foam board glued together with wood glue because it doesn't eat away the foam. And then I'm going around it with foam clay. They're supposed to be orange and green, but I'm gonna do pink and green because I am a matcha blossom slut. So I had actually tried to make fake screws from craft foam, but they looked really bad and I had like an almost cry about it. It's worth noting that this board has been my hyperfixation for like 4 days. And I'm just like a little bit emotional about making a bad decision. I don't handle that well. So I almost cried, but we're okay. The bonus of using real screws, though, is as it turns out, they actually hold on the trucks. Isn't that crazy? The screws that I'm using to look like the screws that hold on trucks actually hold on my trucks. Once those were on and their glue was dried, I attempted the big fish boy. It immediately began with a crisis. I kind of sort of outlined the shape with a black Sharpie, but then I just kind of full sent it. The original plan was to make a stencil, but the thought of cutting that out just made me want to cry. It was so crushing. So I freehanded the inside I took a sushi break to provide some serotonin, and then I very happily went back to work. Hey, I did my best. I'm fucking done. There's too much detail on this goddamn dumb bitch. This is my bitch. It's fish. Okay, cool. So the final step is at 11:30 p.m. to be this close to finishing and be hyperfixating. So then you feel like the world will literally end, like something bad will happen if you don't finish. So clear coat it. You may notice my wheels are attached. Yeah, I hot glued them. The only reason I'm pointing this out right now is because there's some purple on the back of the wheels, and that's non-covered foam. I had to seal it before I sprayed it, so this aerosol clear coat would have eaten straight through them, and the wheels would have just fallen off my trucks. It would have been so sad. But luckily, I was vigilant. I was a vigilante. But then this morning, it was all done. It was all cured, and I'm very happy with the size and the shape, and I can't wait to get some really cute photos that I don't have right now because I don't have time to get into cosplay until I am done making my Zoro swords, which I'm not making a video of because I don't want you guys to know how I made them. I'm not proud of the process.